because that's what I had set up as my preferred takeoff, which going from a smaller duct into a large duct would work. So we're going to place a oh, there's my tag right there, duct fitting. I want to place a rectangular transition, and I'm going to just pop it in right here to start with. And now we're going to play with our size. We want it to be on this side a 19 by 13, and on this side I want it to be a 30 by 8. Because when you're dealing with ductwork, you've got the cross-sectional area of the duct needs to be the same as it's going down until you have other outlets going off to the rooms, and then it changes. Now we've got this in, and it jumped levels. I didn't set the levels. Top foundation wall, minus 5 inch. Well, that was weird. Really weird. Oh well, anyway. You can see it's kind of weird shaped. We'll go back to this plan. So what we do is we play with the offsets on this thing. And these are basically, it would be half to make it symmetrical. Okay, so let me check my notes right here. So I want my offset width to be 15 inches. You can see it centered it up symmetrically this way, left to right. If I look at it in section view here, it's still offset in a weird way. So in my case, because I want it to be flat on the top, I'm going to go 1.5 inches. And that will make it flat on the top. Okay. And so now let's kind of move it over here a little closer. And I'm going to leave it unattached right now. I do want it to be centered up though. So man, this thing don't want to pick nothing. No, I want the other section. Where's it at? Well, that didn't work right, did it? Oh, it jumped up. Okay, let's put a piece of duck in first. This thing can be kind of frustrating. All right, so you can tell I use it a lot, can't you? I'm gonna go with my duck 30 by 8 minus 3 offset. That's what we were talking about, and so I'm gonna go with there, and I'm gonna go about 8 feet long. And I'm gonna click, and now I want to change my duck size to a 20 by 8. And you see it changed automatically. And I'm going to go down about another 8 feet or so. We'll have to play with it. Okay. And so now you can see it put my transition in there for me. Now we still have to line this thing up. So but it is not picking up with my piece of ductwork there, which is weird. It worked so easy a while ago, you know, when I was doing it. There we go. Okay. All right. Now, before I attach this thing together, because this is at, I need to hide that floor, the generic floor. I'm at time wise. I'm at 17 minutes. Okay, let me pause this video and then I'll come back with the next one. Okay, we got the duct run down through the side of the house. So I've got it, and it's at my offset that I want. I want it at -3 inches from top of foundation level. That's to the center of the duct here, okay? My reasoning for that is that puts me about 1/2 of an inch below the floor joist. And if we use solid ductwork, they'll wrap insulation around it, and that'll take up a little bit of extra space there. So that's why I did that. So now what I want to do with this one is I want to add a cap to the top of it. And then I'll move it up. So I'm going to go Systems, Fittings, Standard End Cap. And usually these things will automatically resize themselves. Okay, so put it on, made it a 19 by 19 over that duct. All right, and so now I want to move this whole thing up, except for that didn't move up with it. Okay, basically I want to, well, this is kind of a weird situation. Tell you what, I want because the cap takes over some extra space. We're going to do an alignment, top of duct, and then we're going to move that cap up to there. And even though it's intersecting in with that joist right there, these caps don't take that much room and they'll fit right down. So now we'll take this one. It's not what I wanted. So we'll go with an alignment also on it. Probably not the best way to do things from a mechanical contractor's point of view. Okay, so we got our furnace, our vertical supply duct transition, 30 by 8, a transition, a 20 by 8, and that looks about right there. So we'll put an end cap on that. Okay. Now we'll do the same thing coming down the right side. And honestly, I haven't tried mirroring the duct. I know I did mirror the transition. The duct is easy enough to draw once you've got it in. So I'm going to mirror that, and I'm going to choose the center of the duct. As my mirror point. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's at top of foundation level 7'3". Oh, because that one was top of foundation 7'3". Okay. That looks right. Okay. And so now coming out of this side, I'm going to do another duct. We'll go back to our 30 by 8 by 3 top of foundation wall. And then we can just pick the center of that transition. And we're going to come down, look at my notes, about 12 feet. So we'll go about 12 feet. And now let's change back over to a 20 by 8 and go another 16 feet. This one needs to go, geez, almost to the wall there. And we'll stop it just about right there. Okay. So let's go back to our section and take a look at that. That looks good, running all the way down through there. Okay. So that's got our major ductwork in. Of course, you're going to want to put a cap on the end of that. And then we'll come back in my next video and we'll start doing the supply vents up into the room and the ductwork that comes off for them.